From a biological standpoint, death is the ultimate cessation. The heart stops, brain activity flatlines, and the entire chemical machine powers down. Yet thousands of survivors who have returned from clinical death describe an experience that is anything but empty. Across every continent and culture, these individuals report the same recurring landmarks, hovering above their own bodies, the pull of a dark tunnel, and a comprehensive life review. Modern science struggles to explain why these visions remain so consistent. While neurologists suggest oxygen deprivation might trigger hallucinations, that doesn't account for why a dying brain in a modern city would produce the exact same sequence of events as one in a remote village centuries ago. This leaves us with a difficult possibility that these shared visions aren't just an internal glitch, but a universal destination that humanity has attempted to chart for millennia. While these reports seem like a modern medical curiosity, the specific coordinates of this journey were documented in detail thousands of years ago. This is the Garuda Purana. It is an ancient Hindu text that organizes the afterlife into a sophisticated legal and geographic grid. By placing the clinical accounts of modern returnees alongside this manuscript, we can test the consistency of these ancient rules against contemporary experiences. In this framework, the fragmented glimpses reported by survivors find a broader structure, a meticulously organized cosmic bureaucracy where every stage follows a specific set of laws. The first phase of a near-death experience is almost always detachment. Patients describe floating near the ceiling of a hospital room, observing their own resuscitation before being drawn into a dark, vacuum-like void. The Garuda Purana defines this as the moment the soul is forcefully extracted from its physical anchor. The text describes a violent separation where the entity is pulled from the body it has inhabited for a lifetime. According to the text, the soul doesn't enter the void alone. It is met by the Yamadutas, cosmic enforcers who represent the unavoidable authority of the afterlife. They compel the soul onto a grueling, lightless path toward Yamaloka, a journey the text describes as a terrifying, mandatory march. Where modern patients perceive a passive drift through a tunnel, the Garuda Purana describes an escorted transit toward a higher court of justice. Following the tunnel, survivors often describe a life review, a simultaneous playback of every kindness they shared and every pain they caused. The Garuda Purana attributes this to specific entities: Yamraj, the god of justice, and Chitragupta, his scribe. This system treats karma as a flawless database. Every deed is recorded as a discrete unit of data, weighed on a scale that ignores personal excuses. Viewed through this lens, the memory playback is a cosmic audit, tallying raw data into an unchangeable result. A negative balance in this audit leads directly to one of the 28 specific hells described in the text. Each realm is tailored to the specific nature of the transgression, creating a physical and psychological consequence that mirrors the original action. However, these aren't eternal sentences. The Garuda Purana describes these realms as temporary correction facilities designed to process the soul. The experience is mechanical, a process of exhausting negative karma through friction until the soul is purified enough to move towards its next destination. Once the ledger is cleared through this process, the soul faces reassignment. The rules of reincarnation then take over, where the nature of the next biological body is dictated by the residual karma left in the system. In this cycle, the afterlife is a sorting facility, a necessary stage that keeps the endless loop of rebirth in motion. The Garuda Purana sits at the center of life on the Varanasi Ghats, functioning as a compass for the living near these death rituals. By visualizing these inescapable mechanics, the text provides a framework for human behavior, emphasizing that every choice carries a weight that cannot be avoided. Whether read as literal truth or ancient map, the core message is the same. The world we find after death is built, day by day, by the choices we make while we are here.